Hey guys, my name is Thana and welcome to my channel. This is obviously day 3 of the COVID-19 lockdown, and I figured let's do something different. This is a video in my financial advice series. Again, I'm no financial expert. I do have some background in accounting, so this is my thought on the matter, and the matter today is about the moratorium period given by the banks in the event you can't service your loans. So obviously you've heard that some banks have come forward and say that if you can't make the installment, come and talk to us and we will extend our help to make sure that you don't pay for the next 6 months. So what's happening here? So now normally assume you're paying a dollar figure. Let's say it's 2,000 ringgit a month. Let's say it's 2,000 ringgit a month. Most likely of this figure, what happens is maybe let's put a number here. Let's say 800 is for the interest, and if you're lucky, 1,002 is for the principal. And depending what year of you're paying the amount for. Now, if you are given a choice not to pay for 6 months, and you get like, woohoo! I have saved money. If I apply for this, I actually get a skip on 6 months of payment. It's a lot of money. I could stop paying, and even if I'm not impacted by this, I could actually take this money and use it to buy a car or buy a house or whatever it is. You might think so, but I want you to understand what is happening here. What is happening here is that the bank is saying that, look here, you don't have to pay me this 2,000 ringgit a month. But what happens is, the principal obviously isn't paid, but the interest is still being computed. Each month your interest is still running. And why would the bank do this? Why would the bank not want cash in their pocket? Well, this is how the bank operates. The bank makes money by giving loans. That is their bread and butter. And they want to have loans which are performing. So we've got things what they call as NPL, non-performing loans, and performing loans. If you become delinquent and don't pay those installments, what happens is your account goes to a non-performing loan, and it looks bad for the banks. And that's how the subprime loan prices came in the Americas, because non-performing loans were being transferred over again and again and again without having actually any debt to it. So to avoid that, they say let's find a way of them not defaulting the loan by saying don't pay. So question is, should I take this offer? The answer is quite simple. If you are worried about what you're paying at the end of tenor, let's say you take a loan and it's it's a fixed loan, let's say it's for a personal financing. You take a 5% interest on 100,000 ringgit for, let's say, 9 years. Normally you're paying, I have a maths here, you'll be paying 926 ringgit a month in principal and 417 in principal, to a total of 1343. So for a 100,000 ringgit loan, so again this is assuming it's a personal loan, for a 100,000 ringgit personal loan over 9 years, you are paying pretty much 1,343 ringgit, which is divided by 926 ringgit in I would say P as principal, and 417 being the interest. Now, if you were to, let's say, not pay for 6 months, this interest amount still goes on. What that means is, instead of finishing it in 9 years, most likely what will happen is you'll finish the installment in 9.5 years, because remember, you have stopped paying for 6 months, which I guess is not a bad thing. However, you end up paying additional 400 ringgit for the remainder of the 6 months. So you're paying more. So question again, should you take up the offer? My advice is this. This is where each one of you should go back and think about what is your monthly commitment, and divide this commitment in 2 categories. One, to say these are your fixed living expenses. This is the amount of money you need to survive. And these are your commitments, as say could be credit cards, could be loans, whatever. And think about what is non-negotiable, and is I guess an arbitrary. Things you could stop. For example, you could stop a car payment. you could stop, let's say, spending money on the credit card. But non-negotiable are the places you stay. A property that you rent out for is negotiable because you could arbitrate, as in you could cancel the property and sell it on and then move on. So once you work out what is a non-negotiable, your fixed amounts you're going to pay for your house, as well as your living expenses. So I'll say living expenses LE, your non-negotiable. What I recommend is get that dollar figure times by 18. And if you're an employed individual, that 18 months reserve, and to me, let's say you need 3,000 ringgit a month to survive, times 18. My math is quite bad, so let's bring up the calculator over here. 54, is that right? Yeah. 54,000 ringgit is what you need to survive. If you do not have 54,000 ringgit in either FD, liquid funds, or unit trust, or whatever amount of money you could take out for, do not do not even think about quitting life, because what, the 54,000 ringgit is what you need. And if by not paying the installments for, let's say, a couple of months, allows you to build up this cash reserve of 54,000 ringgit, either the money you put to FD or you put it to some more secured savings mechanism, guys, consider this. Okay, so so the answer is pretty much, you have the money, by all means, do not stop paying. But if you don't have the money, maybe it's an opportunity for you to stop paying your installments, take the money you normally pay there, and build up that reserve so that you be safe for your family. And why 18 months? Well, the labor law says they must give you at least 3 months notice of period before the end of contract, and normally you'll take 6 months. And if you take 6 months for you to get a job, that's 6 plus 6 leaves you 6 months of reserve. So that's how I run my life. I run my life to make sure that at least for the next 18 months I'm secured, and that's how I hope you do too. So till next time, this is me saying, stay driven.